Okay, so for my presentation, I picked option one, obviously. Um, so I kind of have my questions up here on my computer. I'm just going to go ahead and read them off. So for number one, what is health education to you and why? For this one, I put, to me, health education is the aspect of healthcare that teaches patients and consumers, along with the general public, how to take care of themselves and is a vital part of health communications. Educating the public on health related topics has a huge impact on our overall health as a society. If the public was not educated on how to make healthy choices, how to take care of their overall health, or even disease prevention, the general public would have far more health issues than we do now. And for number two, why did you choose health education / promotion as a major? Include specific factors that motivated your choice. I chose to get my degree in public health because although I enjoy the healthcare field, I wanted to get more involved in the disease prevention and patient advocacy side of things. After graduating from nursing school and using my degree, I realized that many health issues can be prevented through proper education and advocacy, and doesn't always require medical intervention. Advocacy and education could come from yourself, so self-advocacy, self-education, or through implementing nationwide aspects like public programs and public policy, things like that. Number three, what do you want to do with the degree and in what specific settings? What population or populations are you most interested in working with and why? So for this one, I put, although I'm still feeling out exactly what I want to do with my health studies degree, I do know that I want to get involved with health advocacy. This type of position is available in a lot of different settings. It includes government programs, nonprofit organizations for many different causes, health advocacy firms, or even hospital administration. There's a lot of positions in hospital administration with disease prevention. That's a big thing in hospitals. The populations that I'm most interested in working with are women and children, especially those in minority classifications. These population groups interest me the most because I feel like these are the groups of people who really need the resources and public health advocates the most out of our total population. Let's see here. And so for number four, I put, what is one piece of knowledge regarding health education that you learned or stood out the most from the course this semester so far? Something regarding health education that stood out to me this semester, it was on a PDF in Module 5. It was called 10 Things to Know About Health, and that PDF was adapted from a PBS documentary series called Unnatural Causes. It kind of goes down the list of 10 things, just kind of quick, tips and things like that. And the 10th thing on that list talks about how we as a nation are paying the price for health inequality. So not only are we financially paying the price, but we're also very far behind other developed countries, with our life expectancy being ranked 29th and infant mortality is ranked 30th out of developed countries. And it kind of goes into a little bit more detail. It talks about how we are paying far more per capita than other nations with different healthcare systems, and how, like I said, not only are we paying for it financially, but our health as a nation and public health has really taken a hit because of it as well, because of the health inequality, like I mentioned. Looks like number 5, what changes do you see in the health education field as we move forward in our society, and why? And for this one, I put, changes that I've seen over my lifetime alone are how companies and organizations are targeting minority populations and are starting to recognize that these populations are in need of health education and advocacy the most, kind of like I talked about earlier. And although I do think a lot of large corporations are getting into these topics just for financial benefits, I do think that there are organizations that are kind of heading towards the right direction. A change that I would like to see personally in the field of health education as a whole is more transparency in this field. Because while I do appreciate that there's a large push for public health and disease prevention in today's world, I feel as if there are definitely some companies getting involved for the wrong reasons. And not every company is like that. There definitely is benefits to having a big public push and public policy for bettering our health as a society. There are definitely, especially really large corporations that just kind of see it as a dollar sign and they're trying to capitalize on it. But so that's mostly what I want to see, is just more transparency. And that is it.